on my schedule, there was like a podcast appearance. And I was like, what is this? It's like, you just have to go and, they know that you're a Marvel fan. So they sort of want to talk to you about like Marvel stuff. And I'm like, oh, easy. Okay. And then the night before I was supposed to go do this, I suddenly got a rare medical condition. I don't want to mention I don't want to name what I got. Okay. What happened to me. And Eddie here, he worked really hard to get me on. But Eddie's like, I have to go do some other meeting, so I can't go with you. And I'm like, what? And I'm like dying in the car. I'm like, oh my God, I got to get through this. I got to get through this show. And then I just go to the I just go to the emergency room. I quickly realized that I'm not a guest on this podcast. I am there to be one of the co-hosts. The minute these guys walk into the room, they're talking about Star Wars as if, if you had a PhD in Star Wars. And they're like talking like crazy, right? And then sometimes looking at me. And then I quickly realized that this is going to be a Star Wars related podcast with Star Wars like hardcore experts as the hosts. And I'm supposed to be one of them. Okay. And I'm like, wait, what's going on here? And mind you, like I said, I haven't slept at all. Okay. So I'm like out of my mind already.
Manic state.
And I'm like, what's going on here? And then one of them asked me like, so what's your theory on like Baby Yoda? Okay. And I'm like, huh? I need to go to the bathroom. I'm really sorry. So I go to the bathroom. Brian Coe, my manager, is still in the room, right? I go to the bathroom and I text Brian. I'm like, Brian, what the fuck is going on here? And Brian is like, these guys are hardcore, right? I think we are kind of screwed here. And I'm like, I am gonna fire Eddie. And then I text Eddie, and Eddie's just like, what's going on? I'm like, busy. Like, he's like, I'm in the middle of the meeting. He's like, what's going on here? And I'm like, Eddie, I am gonna fucking kill you. Like, I am so screwed, dude. And he's like, don't worry about it, right? And I'm like, don't worry about what? And then he doesn't respond. I go back into the room, and this is the best part, okay? I thought I was gonna be a guest on this thing, right? I thought it was gonna be like an interview show, right? About Tablo.
So did I.
Okay. So we get into the studio. At the beginning, they're introducing the hosts. So we have Eric Voss, the expert on like, Star Wars or whatever. And then we have rapper Tablo. And then that's it. They don't even explain the context of why I'm there. And then immediately they're like, okay, guys, tell us your theory on why Baby Yoda. Yeah, and I'm going insane right now, and I'm sick. I'm like really tired, and I'm confused as to why I'm here. I'm like, how am I going to even talk about this stuff? Because I'm not actually a big Star Wars guy. I'm not. I don't know why someone thought it was a good idea to put me in this. And I'm just like saying anything, right? I'm like, well, my theory is like, I have no idea what I'm saying even because I'm tired. And then it goes to the next person, and then they're like looking at me sometimes. I'm like, are they like, am I making any sense here? And I did this entire like 40-minute, 50-minute show confused out of my fucking mind. Okay. And here's the thing. Whole time Eddie's like, since the shoot, Eddie has been explaining to me for days that like he didn't know, right? That even he didn't know. He thought he was gonna be like having me on as a guest, and because I like Marvel, and they're gonna talk about Marvel. But Brian discovers an email, okay, and shows it to me. They specifically asked Eddie, "Is Tablo a super nerd?" Because we're going to be talking about some very, very nerdy stuff. And this is a very, very nerdy show. We just want to make sure that Tablo knows what's going to happen. And Eddie responded to that email, and we have proof. We have evidence. I saw it. He responds to that email. I can for sure guarantee that Tablo is the nerdiest person I have ever known.
It was Tablo is as nerdy as it gets.
As it gets. Oh my God.
Keep going.
I'm done.
All right.
I'm done with you.
Can I speak
Honestly.
now?
You're fired.
I think I've held my silence.
Okay. Talk.
All right. Now it's Eddie's turn. Tablo says, hey, I'd love to do some podcasting, guesting opportunities. I was like, dude, no problem. I'm doing a ton of research. And I'm like, this is basic. This is normal. This is expected.
Oh, wait.
And then,
can I interject a little bit?
all right, go ahead.
Here's the thing. A few weeks prior to my trip to LA, Eddie's other client, Eric Nam, was also in LA. And Eddie had put Eric on some podcasts, some interview podcasts that were great. Which is why I asked for the same thing. Go on.
And you got those.
I got one of those, and then I got Star Wars Heaven.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, to the general public right now,
so scared.
to Western media, people might think all of us look alike. So I need you to stand out, even if that means going on
that's why you put me on like this show with 3 Jedis.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm from a different universe. I don't know anything about Star Wars, dude.
Yo, all I gotta say is,
and I had to pretend.
I got the read receipts, okay? I got the emails. I pitched this specifically for Marvel, okay?
Hey. Because you called me a quote-unquote nerd.
I didn't call you a nerd.
No, you literally said I'm as nerdiest as you can get. Okay, and
called
mind
an exaggeration.
Your client is a fucking rapper. I'm a rapper. And you told them that
right.
I'm as nerdy as you can get. So I think Eddie assumes that if, for example, I like Marvel, as do a lot of people,
including me.
And if you say that you like it, I think he assumes that you're basically the same as somebody that's really deep into this stuff and knows like the lore and like the world building and like even like speaks like some of the alien languages within that universe, right? I think you just group us all together as nerds.
Tablo, I didn't want to have to take it here. I really did not want to have to take it here.
Okay.
But remember when... Dude, you were collecting Marvel Legos for like 3 months.
Okay.
Come on, man. Please.
Okay,
help me out here. It's not coming from...
Okay.
Come on.
My point exactly. Look. Okay. You just proved my point, dude. Okay, so you think that collecting Legos automatically means that person is a nerd? You're grouping it all together. What? How? Okay, so you're saying that somebody that collects Legos, like Marvel Legos, is the same as somebody who's like so into Lord of the Rings that they speak some of the languages that are in Lord of the Rings, or like they speak the elf language. Let's say like someone's really deep into that. You're saying we're all the same?
I'm not saying we're all the same, but it's
that
just
is what you're saying.
It's the length that you went to get the rare Jacob Batalon Lego and exchanging with the random.
So this guy is basically saying that so for those that are listening right now, even if you are a casual like viewer or theater goer of like these Avengers movies, because they're fun, right? Like even if you liked Iron Man, what Eddie here is saying is that you're basically like in line at Comic-Con. He's saying you're the same as anyone that's like going full cosplay at Comic-Con and like lining up for comic book related. I don't even know what, because I've never been to Comic-Con.
Tablo, again, I didn't want to have to go here, but what about those green massive gloves that you slam on the table that you wear? in our meetings and it says Hulk smash.
Dude, when the hell did I do that? Anyways, Jurassic World was one of them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, it's Jurassic World. I heard it's pretty good. Let's see it. I play it. And my wife, you know what she did?
What?
So it starts and we're sitting and me and, my wife. The movie starts and she takes the remote control and she does like the super skip thing where it's like skipping ahead like crazy
Uh-huh.
and goes to the last like 2-3 minutes of the movie.
Why?
And I'm like, what are you doing?
And she's like, I want to see the end. And I was like,
Wait, what?
What?
and then she watches it for a few seconds and then presses slow rewind. So it's going backwards now, like to the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my experience is just ruined at this point.
Yeah.
Like
Have you never seen it either?
yeah, at that
Okay.
point.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? What are we doing here? And she's like, oh, she can't. She doesn't want to handle the suspense. She doesn't like the suspense.
Oh.
So she's like, and then now we're rewinding and we're like, she's like checking out who's gonna die. We get to the beginning of the movie now, and then she just plays normally and she watches the movie like nothing, like the last 20 minutes did not happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm just like shocked out of my mind.
You're like,
Okay.
this did not come up on our third date.
I'm like-
third date.
I'm like, what? And Haru is sitting there not complaining
Yeah.
because apparently this is how they've been watching movies when I'm not home. Okay. And I'm like, Haru, why?
She's like, this is how you watch movies. You see the last 3 minutes.
I was like, Haru, why are you okay with this? You saw what happens. And Haru's like,
It's okay.
and I'm the only sane person. I'm literally the only sane person.
Yeah.
And the worst part
Yes.
is the movie's playing, dinosaur is chasing someone,
Yeah.
and Haru's like,
Does he die?
I'm like, Haru, we saw the ending and we
She like winks at you. She's like,
checked out who died already. You know the answer to this. Why? And my wife's doing the same thing. She's like,
Oh my God, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
you know what's gonna happen. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
You know how you end up subscribing, but like
You don't really.
you don't even
follow.
remember that you're subscribed.
Yeah, that's me for most of my
I
feed.
that's what I want everyone listening right now to do to the Epik
Just at least subscribe and
Like-
forget about it.
like I want you like honestly, you don't even have to like watch the videos. Like honestly, if you ask me, like what's better? Having a bunch of subscribers that don't watch all your videos or having a ton of people that watch your videos but don't subscribe? I would choose having a ton of subscribers that
Really?
don't watch my videos. Here's the thing.
There's more money in having more views. Subscribers don't mean anything
Here's the thing.
anymore.
My analytics,
Yeah.
almost 80 to 90% of the people that are watching, like we're getting millions of views a month,
Yeah.
right? Like tons.
Yeah.
Okay. I think our channel right now has like over like, I don't know how many even, like just like 1 billion views.
Yeah.
But like 90% of the people are non-subscribers. That's what the analytics apparently say, right?
Yeah.
So all these people are watching our videos and not subscribing.
But you don't get real benefit from them subscribing anymore because
Hey,
of the algorithm.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying.
I don't care
if
about
your
the
views
money.
are
We have ads. We are rich.
good,
I don't
If
care
you're-
about the money. I care about being able to tell people
you have like 1 million
that
subscribers.
I have a gold button. Okay?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We surpassed silver button a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the company we were at, like someone took it.
Oh, so you never even got it.
I don't have any buttons.
They'll ask you to give an address like on your YouTube like back end. So if at the time you weren't in control of that, they probably just had that address.
I have no
Not to
buttons at all. Okay? I don't have a bronze button. I don't have a silver button. Okay, we need at least one button like in our studio somewhere,
Yeah.
right? just to prove that we have a
following.
YouTube channel. I mean,
Is Haru subscribed?
no, she's not.
You gotta
there's-
start. You gotta
there's some cussing
grassroots
on her.
movement.
There's some cussing on
Oh,
it. It would be the
okay.
same as like the Billie Eilish problem.
She just like disgusted.
Okay, here's
by
the thing. Here's the thing. How hard is it for you guys to subscribe to our channel?
Not hard at all.
Here's the problem though. Epik, you know Epikhaii, Tablo, Mithra, and Two Cuts. We just won't listen. Okay? So they're like, you should put something in your video where you're like telling people to subscribe and also like hit
Call
that
to action.
hit that
CTAs.
bell or whatever.
Yeah.
Like set your notifications on or whatever and like leave comments below. And the thing is, the three of us, we just can't do that. Like, I don't know. We can't muster we just can't do it.
Just do it!
Yeah.
And we're just not those types of people. Like, I can't imagine myself saying, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and leave comments, hit like. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications on this channel so you never miss a thing. I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, we tried. Okay, the three of us tried to make, that like video that's at the end of all our highlight videos.
Yeah, the
on
end
podcast.
card.
Yeah, the end card or whatever. And we're like, hit subscribe. We tried to do it and we started laughing like crazy, right? We're like,
But you can
"Hit
still put
subscribe."
that up.
We're like,
Hit the notification.
and we're like laughing at each other, like just making fun of each other. We couldn't finish because we were just didn't work. Anyways, all I'm trying to say is you guys should go and hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Do 좋아요, do the like, and also leave comments on every video that comes out. I mean, come on. Get us the gold button, please.
Ooh, right? Hashtag epic gold button as a comment and
Epic
under the
gold
latest
button.
Epic High channel video.
I just want a gold button. That's it. I just want to be able to do the gold button unboxing video that so many of these YouTubers apparently do,
Yeah.
and then I'll just shut down the fucking channel. Okay, like just give me the gold button. I'll do the unboxing video, and then we'll box the whole channel away.